Good morning, Team Minister. I want to do another recording video just to show you a way to create some quick quizzes, some tests using Google Forms to get feedback to kids. Just something new for us to try if you have never used this feature. So it is fairly new on Google Forms. So I'm going to go to my waffle and drop down to my forms, and I'm just going to create a blank one here. I'm going to hit blank here, and then I'm going to show you how to change it to a quiz. Up here by my gear box, I click that and I go over to quizzes. It's the third tab over, and I want to make this a quiz. Now you have two options for releasing the grade. You can release the grade to them immediately after each submission so they know whether they got it right or wrong, or you can do it later after you review it. It just depends on the type of quiz. I'm going to leave it for immediately so you can see what it looks like. Um, but if you had any type of extended response type of questions that you wanted to add and you needed to review them before releasing the grade, you may want to do later after manual review. You can check these or uncheck these. These are if you missed the questions. I want the students to see which ones they can miss or which ones they missed. Do I want them to see the correct answer? I'm going to go ahead and check that yes, so you can see what that looks like, and do we want them to see how many points it's worth? And I'm going to leave all those checked. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and check show progress bar so they know how far they've gone. I'm also going to shuffle the question order, and the reason I would do that as a teacher is because if I'm sending the quiz to multiple students, I don't want them to be tempted to use the same answers as their friends. So, if you do a 10 question quiz and it's a multiple choice and the kids are sharing answers, if you shuffle the order of the questions, they will be completely out of order every time somebody goes in to take the quiz. So, I do under General tab want to collect their email address so that I know who's taking the quiz. Um, and then I don't usually get a receipt. I do want to limit this to one response, requires sign in, restricted to Minster local schools. So if you're using our kids, you want to restrict it so that it will collect their address when they log in, and we know that it's our students and not the parents taking it. They're required to sign in. So we don't want them to edit after they submit it. See summary charts and text responses. You can put that if you want it, but I'm going to go ahead and save this, and I'm going to go back to my quiz. My quiz, I'm going to just start here with chapter 5 quiz. You call it whatever you want. You can add a description if you'd like. If I click up here in the box, it will just take whatever you typed here, but you can change that to whatever you want it to say. Just highlight it and change it. All right, so I'm going to just start with question number 1. Question 1, how many inches in a foot? All right. So you can choose the type of question you want. Do you want it to be a short answer? Do you want a paragraph? Do you want multiple choice? Do you want check boxes? Drop down the type of question that you want. I'm going to go ahead just for this example, leave it multiple choice. And let's just put in some random answers. I'm going to hit 10 and I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to put 12 and then I'm going to put 14 and then I'm going to put 16. Okay, you can do as many choices as you want. You put 6 choices, whatever. Now down here, I want to click on answer key. All right, how many points do I want it to be worth? Let's just say it's worth 2 points. Now you have to tell it what you want the correct answer to be. Let's just say I want to click 12 and then it's going to mark the other ones wrong. So when I go back to add a question, it will give them feedback once they take the quiz. So I want to add another question. So how many days in a week? Just for a different example, we use check boxes, which really isn't all that much different than multiple choice. The only difference is they can select more than one. If there's more than one answer, use check boxes. It will allow them to check as many possible. Maybe I should change the question to something with more than one answer. So let's take this same question. How many, which answer or answers equal 1 foot. Okay, 12 inches. Let's say 3 yards. Let's say, what do we want to say? A half. Let's do this. 1/3 yard. 3 feet in a yard. So 1/3 of a yard. Just trying to get tricky. Anyways, that will allow you to do an answer key. You can say this one's correct, this one's correct. And then you can add another question. So I'm going to add one more question, and I want the type of question to be, you could short answer, you could do a paragraph. For this one, I'm just going to use drop down to show you what it's like. What or how many days in a week? And let's do drop down. 10, whoops, 7, enter, 6, enter, don't want to do 7 again, 8, 5, 3, all right, and that's enough. Answer key, I see I have an extra one in here. I don't want that one in there, so I'm going to go back and edit the question, and I'm just going to X this one out, get rid of it. So now my answer key, how many days in a week? That's 7. Do you want to give them feedback? You can type in what you want it to say, if they got it right or wrong. I'm not going to put anything in there. And then I'm going to go up to my view button. I want to see what this looks like when the students see it. So here's what they would see. How many inches in a foot? Click. How many days in a week? 7. And notice it's in a different order because it's a random order. Which answer equals 1 foot? 12 inches equals 1 foot, 1/3 of a yard. Submit. View your score. All right. If you miss any of those, I don't think it'll let me take it again because I signed in. But if you miss any, it'll give you feedback. If you want to edit, you want to change the color, you can change it to whatever color you want. You can add a picture. Add a picture down here, just kids. Let's do 2 babies. Let's do school. Let's do something like, I don't know, this is good. Some purple bubbles, whatever you want to do. But that's a way for you to do quick quizzes. You can do extended responses and collect those. If I click on my responses, it shows me a summary of the entire class. So as more and more kids take the quiz, you'll see that. It'll show you the questions. It'll show you the responses, which ones are right, which ones are wrong. Show you the individual, how they did individually. When the quiz is over, you can click on this accepting responses. It will turn it off, meaning nobody else can go in and take the quiz. And you can turn it on when you want it on. Trying to think what else you might want to see. You can get email notifications for new responses. So anytime a kid submits a response, if you really want to know, it'll shoot you an email. Let's see what else we have. Spreadsheet. If I want it to go to a spreadsheet, I click create. It will list all the kids down through here, their score, and what their answers were for that quiz. So I'm trying to think anything else you might be interested in. You can always go back in and edit it. When you edit it, it's live. So whatever you change it to, that's what the next person is going to see. Again, a quick way to get responses and to see a whole class. I hope you like this.